Hi and welcome back to the Dite Mohlame channel. My name is Dite Mohlame and you guys are the like crew. But before we go anywhere into this video, I want you to like, subscribe, share, comment, turn on your post notifications if you haven't already so that you can become a part of the like crew. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at light_mohlame. That's at LITE_MOHLAMME, so that you can keep up with me on a daily basis. And today we're back with another episode of Opinionated News. This is episode 3 of Opinionated News. And I'll put a card up there for episode 2 and episode 1 of Opinionated News so that you can just see what the feel of this show on my channel is. And let's just jump right into it. Coming into our first report is about Facebook and WhatsApp, and unfortunately the coronavirus. So apparently Facebook has a huge coronavirus issue, and that is WhatsApp. As most of you know, all over WhatsApp a lot of these fake reports are being put out, a lot of fake things are being shared on the platform about coronavirus stats, things that are not true, that are not approved by government officials, by health officials, and it's spreading fake news, and it's building fear among people, and it's giving people a false narrative of what this pandemic actually is. So Facebook obviously is stressed about this because they are WhatsApp's parent company, and obviously that will lead to a lot of trouble for them because it's their platform and more fake news is being spread. And I feel like it's bad. It's really bad. It's super bad for their image and WhatsApp's image. And I actually saw this photo being spread also on WhatsApp that said, I don't know if it's true or not. Quote me in the bottom. Tell me in the comment section down below if it actually is true. But it said it was this picture saying that in South Africa, if you are found to be spreading false information about the coronavirus anyway, including social media, you could be put in prison or fined. I think it was like 6 months put in prison or fined. I don't know what, they didn't mention it in that photo that I got. But I want to encourage you, don't just take a photo that some random person sent you on a WhatsApp group, on a private message, on a private conversation that says, now this is what about the coronavirus, unless it's coming directly from government, from your government, the South African government, or another government across the world, and you're pretty 100% sure that it is from a government or from the World Health Organization or the CDC, which is in America, or your or the health department here in South Africa. But don't just take something that someone sends you and immediately share it without doing the proper checks to see if it's actually true or if it's just false. Because the more and more we spread this false information, the more and more fear is going to be spread all over the world about this pandemic, and telling us what it actually isn't, and that will lead to more fear, which will lead to more impulse buying from people, and people will start to buy in bulk as they are right now, and that will lead to more and more problems, and before you know it, we'll be living in a world that's practically rogue, and that will be just bad for everyone else. So don't spread false information, and don't tell people things that aren't true unless you're pretty sure it's coming from the right sources. But as always, I want to pass it over to you. What are your opinions about Facebook and WhatsApp, and Facebook, specifically WhatsApp, trying to limit the amount of false information being spread over their platforms? Do you think they're doing a good job? Do you think they're doing a bad job? Do you think that the South African government taking the way of saying, I'm not sure about this, but taking the direction of saying that if you're found spreading false information about the coronavirus, you will be fined, you will be put in prison? Do you think that's a good direction, or do you think that it is social media? These are a lot of false things that are going to be spread on the platform, so you have to be alright with it. So the government has to be alright with accepting that fact, and they just have to make sure that on their side they do the best they can possibly do. But yeah, I'll pass it over to you. Comment down below your feelings and your opinions about this report. And our last report from international news, ending on a light-hearted note, nothing to do with the coronavirus. Brenda's song, London Tipton, on Sweet Life on Deck and the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, went down memory lane for the 15th year anniversary of the premiere of Sweet Life on Deck, which was 18th March 2005. I know you feel old right now, we all do, but she said that she went down memory lane and shared a picture of a Halloween episode where her, Dylan Sprouse, and Cole Sprouse are mid scene, and she said these words on her socials. She said, "My actual reaction when I read that it's the 15th anniversary of the premiere of #Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That's insane. I've never felt so old. Ha 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 ha. Such an incredible life-changing time. Miss you, gang." This is really cute because I mean all of us grew up watching the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and Zach and Cody, the Sweet Life on Deck. So I mean for it to be 15 years since this thing premiered, it shows so much it shows how time flies. And I mean yeah, so I'll pass it over to you. Do you still remember Sweet Life on Deck? Did you watch it? Did you not? What other shows did you watch in your childhood? What shows do you currently watch, and everything else in between? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Branda's song just went down memory lane. So yeah, coming back to South African shows, this report is a bit of a bittersweet, sad report. It's about Dion Wyatt. Yesterday, the 19th of March, about 23 Dion Wyatt shops closed nationally. This comes after Walmart-owned Massmart had been discussing with employees and management of Dion Mart since January about how Dion Wyatt had been performing poorly, and they decided to shut 23 shops down. This is very unfortunate because Dion Wyatt had become a shop that all of us went to look at all the different tech things for us to possibly buy, and not actually buy because of how expensive they are, but we went in there just to shop and see. So it's very unfortunate to see that they had to shut down so many shops, and yeah, it will be missed. So I pass it over to you again. Did you shop at Dion Wyatt? Did you not? Do you not really care about this? If you're a tech guy, how do you feel about this? Do you really think that they should shut down, or could they have maybe made another plan to maybe save the shop? But yeah, that's about it for that report. And our second report coming from South African shores is about Pastor Becky Ngobo. I hope I'm saying his name right. I'll leave the actual name right over here at the bottom of the screen. But he is a pastor of the South African Zionist Church, and he has said, and I quote, and he insisted that Easter services should continue, and he said, quote unquote, "We will worship the Lord in numbers." And I mean, this comes after the president declared on Sunday that mass gatherings of 100 or more are prohibited, and people will be persecuted if found to be hosting these events. So he has said that he doesn't care. He has said, quote unquote, he said about the ban, he said the banning rules would not apply to the church because the president is not above God. He said, "I am not disputing what the president is saying because it is his country, but God is above the president's declaring the state of emergency. I'm not saying people must take a risk and do what they don't believe in. We are saying in our congregation we are going to worship the Lord in numbers." This is stupidity at its finest. At its finest. I've never seen such a stupid human being on planet Earth in my life. I am sorry if I'm disrespecting you if you go to the Zionist church. I really, down below, in my hearts of hearts, if this is your leader, if this is someone that leads you, and he is saying he does not care about restrictions, he will be worshipping in numbers in Easter. Can we lock this man up for stupidity? I feel like that should be a charge for stupidity. I'm a Christian, and I believe that as we should worship God anytime, anywhere, anyhow. But as a pastor, I feel that it is your responsibility to keep your congregation safe. It is your responsibility to make sure that you work for what's best for your congregation, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. When there's a pandemic going on around the world, and all these health and government officials are telling us to social distance, are telling us to go into self-quarantine, are telling us to stay away from other human beings because of this pandemic, and you think it's all right to say to your congregation, we're still going to gather in Easter, we don't care what the government says. I call that being stupid. If all the other churches across the world are saying, we'll just live stream, we'll find an easier way to get the gospel to people, we'll find a more safe way to get the gospel to people, and you are saying, I don't care, I call you stupid. I get it, this is tough times, not everyone can live stream, not everyone can do this, but you find a way. If God is so great, then you will find a way to get the gospel to people in another way where there's not 100 or more people gathered in South Africa. When the government is saying 100 or more people are not allowed to gather, and you go, I don't care, we're going to celebrate Easter in numbers, I call you stupid. So Pastor Becky, you are stupid. Very simply put, I don't see you as a man of God. I see you as stupid. If this offends you, I couldn't care less. I really couldn't care less, eh? But yeah, that's the report. That was my opinions. That was me being raw. But I pass it over to you. What do you think? Do you think this pastor is stupid? Or are you on the side of God wants us to go against what the government says? God wants us to go against our authority. God wants us to worship, even though there's a pandemic that could kill our elderly. God wants us to do this. God really wants us to do this. If you're on that side, comment down below that. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this report. And yeah, that's my last story for today. But before I end off the story, end of today's show, my last thing to say is that the South African coronavirus cases have rose to 202 cases nationally right now, and obviously that's a bad number. We had our first case 15 days ago, and for us to be at 202 is insane, and the numbers just keep going up at a higher rate. And one thing that I want to make people aware of, the number isn't 202 in all actuality. In reality, this is the 202 people that were able to get tested and tested positive for it. So the number might in actuality be 500 cases, but there's only 202 people of the people that were tested that tested positive. But the good thing is that we don't have any deaths at this current time, at the time of this recording, and I think that's very good. It's good that we're still partly containing it, and it's good that our government is trying to do something about it. And with that, I want to say stay safe, stay home, stay in quarantine, leave your house only if you have to, social distance as much as possible, and as always, I'll say it again, the link in my description has all the information about the coronavirus from the World Health Organization. If you're panicking, if you're scared, don't be fearful. We will get past this as if we can unite as a people. So stay safe, stay home, and stay in self-quarantine. And yeah, that's where I end off today's show. I want you to like, subscribe, share, comment, turn on your post notifications if you haven't already, so that you can become a part of the Light crew. Follow me on Instagram at light_mohlamme. That's at LITE_MOHLAMME. And so that you can keep up with me on a daily basis. And yeah, with that, I would like to say peace. That's a wrap.